Hi guys, and welcome to Keycash Daily. In this episode we're going to learn about the user interface of 3ds Max. We want to know where the controls are, where we can find a few items, and then we will try to manipulate majorly a box and see what happens after that. So let's get right in. So the first thing you're going to see, there's usually a box, a welcome box that is going to be there on your screen, but you'll have to just click on turn it off. So when you turn it off, this is what you're going to see, this entire page. Don't let it scare you. It's quite simple, by the way. So everything that you need is right here. Most of the things that you need actually are right here on this tab and here. So we are going to look at first of all, it's the select and move, then there is select and rotate, then select and scale. So right now it is select, it's on the option of select and scale, but we can change that. Uniform scale, whatever you want, those three different settings. Okay, so now we are going to create a box. So to create a box, you'll just go to box. It's pretty much straightforward. Click on box, then you come to this small window, or whichever you want. This is the top view, the front view, the left view, and the perspective from where you are sitting. So I'm going to use the perspective, and so what you do, you left click, hold it like that, and you drag. You do not release the mouse, you do not release the click. Then when you see the base that you want, you release the click, the left button, then you extrude. You move the mouse up or down, whichever way you want, either up or down. So I'm going to go with up, then I will left click again and release. There you have your box. So you're going to release yourself from creating another box. As you can see, it's like the cursor is like a plus. So you're going to right click. After doing that, now you can see this gizmo. These are called gizmos. It's selected on uniform scale, and what you're going to do, that is going to basically help you scale up or down the object that you have created. It's just that simple. Or you can come here, you scale it. You scale it in the X and Y axis, or the X and Z axis, or the Z and Y axis, or independently in the X, or the Y, or the Z. So that box is a bit big, so we're going to scale it down a bit to that point. We're going to look at what the select and rotate does. You click on it. Now it's going to give you this gyro, of which you can still move within the three axes, the X, Y, and Z, however you wish. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. So Control Z, it's usually undo. So that's what it does. You can even select here so that you can move freely within the three axes. Control Z. And then the first one, which is select and move. Select and move. That basically does what the name says. This is a very simple software, by the way. So like relax, you're in good hands. So you'll select. If you select this middle box, it will help you move around the 3D space however you want. Control Z. And then you can move either the Y axis, the X axis, or the Z axis, or you can choose to move the Y and Z axis. So if you're going that way, you can move up and down, and that way and back. Or you can choose the X and Z axis, the same thing, but on the Z axis. And you can also choose the X and Y axis, where you can just move around the base of the 3D space. So what we need to do right now, because this, as you can see, this is a small visualization. Okay, the way you see this, this is the front side, it's in wireframe mode. This is the top side, it's in wireframe mode. This is the left side, it's in wireframe mode. So if you want to change it to look like this size, you will come to wireframe here on the whichever side you choose, you select default shading. Now the wireframe mode is not activated anymore. You can do that in any of the squares. So what we need to do, since these squares are quite small and you can't see like everything here, especially when you're creating something big, probably your house or a bigger character, you will press Alt and W on your keyboard, which will blow up the screen. So now you can clearly see what you're doing. So another way of moving around the 3D space is clicking on, selecting Alt, and then you press that roll thingy in the between the the roll button between your left and right buttons on your mouse, and then and then when you do that, you'll just move, and you do not release it. You just move around with it. Again, you click on Alt, then press the roll button. God damn. You press the roll button. It will help you to move around your 3D space the way you want. Okay, that is clear. So when we select this, we need to see the edges, the vertices, the edges and the vertices. So right now we can't see them. So what we will do, we'll come to standard, default shading, and then where is that edges and faces. It will now give you the opportunity to see the edges, because this is a lower version of the initial version of the box, so we haven't really done much to it so that we can see the vertices. The corners, they're usually like points at the corners, but we will do that in the next tutorial. So if you want to zoom, again you will click on Alt, then roll in or roll out on that middle mouse button. That's how you do it. So Alt, then middle roll button to move around in your 3D space. Again Alt, the roll button, you can roll out or roll in. Yeah, it's that simple. Or yeah, you can do that. Then if you want to move, we're already on the move button. We can just do whatever we want there, just like that, or like that. Or you can come select the rotate tool. You can move around like that, manipulate it the way you want it to, or you can scale it up by clicking on the scale tool. Then you can do that, or however you please. You see, now we'll deal with things like this later because this looks kind of ugly. But don't worry about it. So that is it for today's tutorial. I hope you've learned something. You can rewind the video or you can rewatch it again to see if you have missed any step. Missed any step. So thank you for watching today. See you tomorrow.